The man tied his wife with ropes to steal her wealth worth billions, then left her on a remote island before sailing away on a boat. But the wife did not panic. She managed to free herself and gathered all useful tools. In fact, she had already tampered with the boat beforehand. As the boat sailed away, the rope tied to a rock tightened, and the motorboat shattered into pieces with a single jolt. But the husband did not die. His wife, once an archer, had crafted a simple bow and arrows from branches and vines, preparing a special surprise for him. Meanwhile, the man swam and eventually reached the shore, then began searching for his wife. He entered a cave and suddenly heard noises. When he turned around, he saw a group of tribesmen. Out of curiosity, he noticed the hanging skulls and realized they were cannibals. Terrified, he ran into the forest and soon spotted his wife. Before he could say anything, an arrow struck a tree near him. His wife returned with the bow, ready to release another arrow. The man quickly hid behind a tree. Just then, his wife leapt onto a rock, ready to deliver the final strike. But the man grabbed a piece of wood from the ground and deflected her attack, narrowly escaping death. By the time his wife reached the spot, he had already run far into the forest. The next day, the man secretly followed his wife, planning to strike her head with a piece of wood. But as he bent down to check on her, a trap was triggered, leaving him hanging upside down. His screams woke his wife. At the same time, footsteps approached. Quickly, he threw the wood and ran. The man looked up and saw cannibals rushing toward him. Panicked, he struggled, grabbed a vine, and managed to escape. Meanwhile, his wife also fled from the cannibals, but accidentally ran into their hideout. Just as she was about to be surrounded, a large hand reached out from the cave and pulled her inside. It was her husband. The grudge between them ended there, and they decided to escape together. But before they could get far, their bodies were poisoned by toxins used by the cannibals. However, the cannibal chief did not intend to eat them. The wife was tied to a stake to be sacrificed to the fire god, while the husband was placed in a boat to be offered to the water god. Soon after, the boat drifted toward a waterfall. The man used all his strength to grab onto a rock and save himself. After that, he disguised himself as a cannibal and infiltrated their camp, waiting for the right moment to bring down the chief. He kicked the fire around the stake to extinguish it, then freed his wife, and the two of them fled together. They leapt off a cliff into the waters below. The man carried his wife to the shore, found a boat, and at last they managed to escape the remote island.